Hello, my name is Victoria Rivera and I'm a wellness psychotherapist in New York City, and welcome to Mental Health Wellness Wednesday. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the coronavirus and anxiety. It's really how, everybody knows about the coronavirus. Everybody knows what's happening. We're getting lots of notifications. It's in the news. Everybody's concerned at a mild end or panicking on an extreme end. So how do you kind of strike that balance between being cautious and kind of panicking? So, we're getting a lot of information again about the virus, and it's important to stay up to date in many ways just to have an awareness, but you don't want to have so much of an awareness where you are like listening to the news all the time. You want to get your news from a reputable source so that you don't put undue anxiety onto yourself. That's very important. So that's one way to strike a balance. Another way to strike a balance is to be as cautious as possible within the limits of your ability, right? So, if you do have to go to work, which a lot of us still do, and that's totally fine, or if you have to travel, just being able to be as cautious as possible with washing your hands, using hand sanitizer, and taking care of yourself in that way. Again, what I've been hearing is you don't want to be licking the poles of the subway train, but you do want to be mindful of where you're putting your hands, particularly around your face. So that's really important, is understanding what are things that you could do. And the panic would be really going wild and wearing the masks and the gloves and a hazmat suit or whatever that is, to and being in a bubble in the world. You really can't do that either. So a lot of us are actually really more scared about getting it and then giving it to somebody else, especially somebody else that we love. That's totally understandable. So, being aware and cautious of how to spend time with people that you love and care about, and if they have pre-existing condition or elderly or whatever, or any of the risk factors, to just be more aware of that. Okay, so that is important to understand. And I think also, the third thing I want to just highlight is, and we've talked, if you followed me, we talk about this all the time, is that, there are three truths, right? There's pain in the world and in life, and that we all are going to be suffering with pain. There's uncertainty, and you can see that with everything that's going on. We have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, there's some predictions, and there's a bit of history which helps us to understand it a little bit more, but still uncertainty is very difficult for our human brain to deal with, and constant change. So we know that this is something, this too shall pass, and that eventually things will be a new normal, and we won't have to worry about this as much in the future. So the issue is really just comes back to being in the present moment and being aware. And I know we talk about this all the time, but being self-aware, being physically aware of everything that you're doing. And it's hard to do that when we're so distracted and our minds can get so worried and go towards that panic place. So what I'm saying is really, recognize that you have to take care of yourself and be cautious, and recognizing when your brain starts going into that panic mode or starts getting really anxious and overwhelmed, and bring it back to the present moment. And a great way to do that is with breathing. You can do a breathing technique where you're breathing in 3 seconds and out 6 seconds, and that helps to center you and bring your brain back online to help you with your rational brain, so that you can make better decisions from that part of your mind, as opposed to the emotional part of your mind that can escape us, especially during something like this. I hope that's helpful. Again, it's self-care. This is another thing that we talk about too. So to highlight that, eating well, Exercising, movement helps your immune system. But the most important thing that helps your immune system is actually sleep. And if you're in New York City today, we're having a mini sleep expo from 6 to 8 at 230 Park Avenue, which I'd be happy to comp your ticket if you want to come. It's going to be a great experience. I'll be talking about how our minds sabotage our ability to go to sleep and some tricks and techniques that you could use that will help you with sleeping better. We have somebody talking about sleep environment and how to improve that. We have an acupuncturist, yoga instructor, PT, all talking about how to use your body to help you to sleep. I hope that's helpful. Again, this is a big deal. I'm not trying to minimize anything, but I'm just saying we also have to recognize that our anxiety can go overboard because we're really just trying to survive and take care of ourselves and take care of the people that we love and we don't want anything to happen to. All right, thank you so much. I will see you next week, and I hope you are safe and are well. Bye.